We just started our 20th year. We have 2 shops on the same property. We have 6 bays here in the main store, and we have 3 bays in the shop on the same property adjacent here. So we have a total of 9 bays altogether here at this location. We also have another location, it's a smog shop. It's 2 bays right next to DMV. We just opened in June.
Customer comes in and we immediately go out and get the VIN number, license number, and mileage and bring the paperwork back in, sit with the customer, interview them, and get them set up in our system.
It's then dispatched to the shop manually right now. We're kind of in a hybrid status, right? We're part Auto Vitals back shop and part paper. We're still hanging on to the paper side. We use the old clipboard method, and each tech has their own little bay of slots. So that's typically how our dispatching works.
Anytime a car comes in and it's sold for inspection, service writer comes up and puts the clipboard with the paperwork. And then as soon as we can, grab the paperwork, have to go back to the computer and let them know we've started work on the vehicle, and then proceed with the inspection. Once we get the inspection done, then we got to type it up again in the computer and then see if there's going to be any upsells. And always having to come back and check, see if there's papers or invoices that need to be worked on.
And those findings go back to the service writer, who then builds an estimate based on what we've seen that the vehicle requires. Once he builds the estimate, then he sells the work, and then again it goes back out to the dispatch table for a technician to pick it up and do the work on it.
When there's items that require show and tell, if the customer's waiting, we'll take them out to the bay to show them. If they're not here, we like to use the paperless back shop for the pictures and videos, for oil leaks on a scale of 1 to 10, brakes, you just name it. We like to use the paperless back shop for that.
You're able to involve the customer more in the repair process. Before you were just taking their word, this is broken and it's fixed now. For instance, say if you have an alternator that's not charging, you can take a picture of your scan tool showing the voltage and the amperage of the alternator, and you can take a picture of after, so they're actually able to visually see that it's been repaired. So it actually helps us a lot with customers trusting us a lot more and then feeling confident with us.
When you're showing a customer a problem and they can actually see it and understand what it is, especially ladies, they think the guys are there just taking advantage of them and talking over their heads. So if you can physically show it to them, or at least have a picture, if you can show them what it's supposed to look like and what theirs looks like, it really helps. It's a good sales tool because then they trust you.
Once the technician has completed his work, he enters in all his notes and enters in the system how the job went, documenting all of his findings and his completion of it. Then it goes back to the service writer again to put his final touches on it. Customer is called, customer comes and picks up the vehicle.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. I appreciate it. Thanks for letting us work on your vehicle. All right, thank you.
Before, it was just a lot more time consuming, especially when you're really busy. Say if you have 10, 15, 20 cars you got to inspect before lunch, you have to document your inspection and just enter it to the computer, walk back and forth to get your work orders. It's time consuming. You lose time. If you lose 5 minutes between each car, if you can eliminate those 5 minutes lost between each car, say 10 cars, that's almost an hour that you can recuperate into being more productive or helping customers out so it becomes more efficiently. With Auto Vitals, a lot of that gets eliminated. Even though the only thing is we're still not assigned work orders in the Auto Vitals, so once that happens, it'll make it a lot faster and a lot easier.
Some of the things I'd like to get out of SmartFlow is get rid of all of this paperwork we have floating around, making sure that everybody's looking at the right set of papers via a computer screen instead of papers. I'm really looking forward to that. Improved communication. Workflow is going to be a lot easier, a lot smoother, and I'm hoping we're going to dislodge some of the jam-ups within the shop via this system.
Being a service writer, I get nervous when I have a couple waiting for authorizations and I'm trying to get authorizations, waiting on phone calls and having a tech standing there and not be able to make money, then that's my fault. And that's where I need to keep him moving. And that helps the bottom line for the shop helps the bottom line for the technician, and naturally keeps my paycheck going too.
It's all about relation building, and that's how I always look at everything we do from the time the customer walks through the door until we built the relationship, and the paperless back shop is going to build that relation even stronger because it's the real deal. And the costs are very, very low, very, very low, and the benefits far outweigh whatever you're going to pay for this.
SmartFlow, workflow management solutions for your shop from AutoVitals. To follow along with D&H as they transition into SmartFlow, please sign up for updates using the form on the right. Or, if you'd like to find out how to get SmartFlow into your shop, please contact us at 866-949-2848 or www.autovitals.com.